What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Devin Lloyd, linebacker out of Utah. He's 6'3" and 235 pounds, so he is a little bit of a smaller linebacker, but, well, at least in some people's standards. Not necessarily for me. I think that's pretty much your standard outside linebacker now, or just off-ball linebacker, rather. So right off the bat, he definitely has the burst and athleticism. That acceleration is really good. He plays with some anger to him. He comes down and smacks people, pretty physical. Runs to the ball pretty well. Has the speed to get the job done. He can deal with trash pretty decently as well. I think that is an area where he could improve a little bit. But I think he's pretty decent at it. He is mostly off-ball linebacker, but Utah does line him up at edge sometimes, so he can do a little bit of that for you. He does have some range to him in coverage as well. For his size, he seems to be fairly strong as well. He can move sideline to sideline for you. I do like him in zone pretty well. I'm not necessarily a big fan of him in man coverage against tight ends and stuff. He can do it a little bit, but just don't put him up against any of the better tight ends in the league. You know your Kittles and Kelseys and stuff like that. Pretty good tackler. Sometimes his aggression can hurt him, and he tends to bite on misdirection a little bit. That's probably the biggest flaw, is the mental processing side of things for me. But I do think he could be a pretty good player, especially in the run game, like misdirection and just he has a tendency to work himself out of the play as well. So there definitely are some things I think he can clean up. Right off the bat, I think he can come in and play Sam pretty well, Sam linebacker, because, like I said, the mental processing side of things is the things he needs to work on a little bit more. I think he has the athleticism to play Will, for sure, but to be a Will, you also have to have that mental processing, like, down to a T, and I just don't think he's quite there yet. So if you're a 4-3, I would look to play him at Sam at first until you can kind of work on that mental processing, and then move him either to Mike or Will. That would be my game plan. If you're a 3-4, I think you can plug this guy in as a 3-4 inside linebacker and be pretty okay. You probably want another 3-4 inside linebacker to pair with him who's pretty good, to kind of be that veteran mental processing guy, until you can kind of develop him a little bit more. But I do think he is a pretty damn good prospect, and just athleticism alone will probably get him in, like, somewhere in the late first or early second round, I would guess. So yeah, especially if he has a good combine, which I believe he will. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.